Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We begin this afternoon with an officer-involved shooting that hospitalized a man near the intersection of Moneta and Northchester Avenues. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says deputies were called out to Moneta Avenue for reports of a suspicious vehicle. KCSO says the deputy involved in the shooting was the only deputy on scene when it happened.
Upon arrival, they located a vehicle on the street that was occupied and attempted to make contact with the occupants of that vehicle. During that contact, a struggle ensued between suspect and deputy, and an officer-involved shooting occurred. We don't have a tremendous amount of detail of what led up to it.
The man who was shot was taken to a hospital and is in stable condition. His identity has not been released. No gun was recovered at the scene. Now, 2 other people were detained. Traffic was shut down along Moneta Avenue between Central and Northchester Avenues. Anyone with information is asked to contact KCSO at 861-3110. Today marks 6 years since a local father was dead just outside of his home with still no arrests. Now, it happened in September of 2014. Police say Matt Odom was killed in his front yard on Waterbury Court. While there have been public accusations of guilt. Investigators have not charged anyone. The Kern Secret Witness site says there's a reward of up to $10,000 for information that can solve this case. If you have information, you're encouraged to call the Secret Witness tip line at 322-4040. Well, now to the latest on the coronavirus numbers here in Kern County. Public health officials announced 66 new cases along with 1 new death. Nearly 13,000 people have an active case of the virus and are recovering at home. 145 are isolated in the hospital. Now, August was Kern's deadliest month with 120 lives lost to coronavirus. 333 people have died since the pandemic began. Now to local government now. This morning, the Board of Supervisors addressed new state requirements for reopening schools and businesses. 17's Eitan Wallace watched the meeting and joins us with why board members expressed frustrations.
And Nicole, the frustration stems from this. Kern technically meets the state's criteria to move into the next classification for reopening, but the state is adjusting our figures, and here's why. The number of people being tested for COVID in Kern County is less than the state average, and because we are below the state average, the state is artificially inflating our COVID case rate higher than it actually is. Now, as it stands now, our unadjusted case rate is 6.7 per 100,000 people. That is better than the state threshold of 7 per 100,000 people, but because our testing average is lower than the state, the Newsom administration is artificially adjusting Kern's case rate to 7.5 per 100,000 people, a figure not good enough to meet the threshold to move into the next tier. So you may be wondering, what does Kern need to do to prevent the state from continuing to artificially inflate our case rate? Well, the county would need to test 607 more people per day, something Kern Public Health Director Matt Constantine says the county has the capacity to do, but it will not be easy, he says, because of low demand.
It'll be a significant challenge for us to meet it.
So you don't think we will?
I think it'll be difficult to meet it.
It just points out the complete arbitrary nature and unfairness of the process, that he is causing now us to be measured by circumstances that are completely beyond our control, and he knows, the governor knows they're beyond our control.
The board voted unanimously to draft a resolution demanding the governor rethink this. Meantime, the board also unanimously approved a program that would provide COVID testing for all county employees. The deal? Any county employee who completes 6 tests by the end of the year will receive 8 hours of paid time off. Now ahead on 17 News at 5, we'll have more reaction from county leaders. We'll see you then. In studio, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.
All right, thanks so much, Eitan. Well, the traditional Kern County Fair may be on hiatus this year, but that doesn't mean you still can't get some of those famous fair food favorites. The Fair Food Drive-Thru will run Friday, September 25th through October 4th. It starts at 11 each morning at the P Street parking lot at the Kern County Fairgrounds. You'll be asked to stay in your car to pick up food. The board says it hopes this brings a little fun for everyone until next year when they can celebrate in person. And just because there's no fair doesn't mean our local 4-H and FFA students aren't still hard at work raising livestock. We've teamed up with Chevron for our County Fair Animals Photo Contest. Students can submit their photos of their livestock for a chance to win a $250 Visa gift card from Chevron. The prize will be presented live on Studio 17. To submit your photos, go to our website, kget.com, and click on the Community tab, then Contests. It ends September 30th. Now to the latest on the wildfires burning across the state, with a major fire close to home growing stronger. The Creek Fire in Fresno County has grown to more than 220,000 acres in just 11 days. The fire is tearing through old dry trees in the Sierra National Forest. The Creek Fire has destroyed almost 400 structures. It's at 16% containment as of this afternoon. Meantime, the largest fire in state's history continues to grow as well. The August Complex fire consists of multiple blazes burning in 5 northern counties, the largest torching the Mendocino National Forest since Wednesday. It has nearly doubled in size at more than 794,000 acres. That means this fire alone is nearly as large as Rhode Island. It's at 30% containment. Local firefighters are helping to battle the blazes burning across the state. Now, this morning, a team of 17 firefighters, along with 6 engines, left to help with the Sequoia Complex fire. That fire is burning east of Porterville. The strike team will be there for at least 2 weeks as they try to get a handle on that fire. The team is taking over for another team that has since returned. KCFD says about 65 county firefighters are currently assisting with fires across the state. Well, we are continuing to see those impacts of the fires here in the Golden Empire. Let's send things over to Kevin now.
Well, taking a look at the numbers, yesterday we hit 94 degrees. That's pretty close to the normal of 90. And overnight this morning we were right at 70 degrees. We've been having a little bit of an issue with the data side out of Meadows Field. And so we're kind of hoping that will get resolved soon. But our record temperature of 106 set back in 1979. Daytime highs today, 89 in Sacramento, 93 in Fresno. We're looking at 70s and 80s south, and then 102 out of Vegas. And the beaches today, not bad. We'll see that smoky haze, a high of 69, a west wind 5 to 10. Air quality today will be unhealthy with an AQI at 154. All of us have been dealing with this. You can hear it in our voices, but hopefully by the weekend we get some relief. Today, 94 in Bakersfield, 93 in Delano, 94 in Buttonwillow for the mountains. Look for a southeast wind 5 to 10. 86 in Frazier Park, 88 in Tehachapi, 96 for Lake Isabella. And then out in the desert, we'll look for sun, smoke, a southwest wind 10 to 20, and a high of 95 in Mojave. Here's your extended forecast. And you can see tomorrow the haze sticks around. By Thursday, mostly sunny, and that will continue into Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, calling right now, sunny skies and temperatures in the 80s. For the mountains, we'll look for a little bit of cloud cover early on Thursday, then mostly sunny, partly cloudy Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 70s and 80s under sunny conditions if all plays right. And that'll be the same for the Kern River Valley, with temperatures cooling down into the lower 90s by Thursday, Friday, upper 80s for your Saturday. So a little bit of a change in our weather pattern. That's a look at your forecast. We'll send it back over to you.
Taking a look around the nation, the city of Louisville has reached a settlement with Briana Taylor's family 6 months after she was killed in her home during a police drug raid. NBC News has confirmed that the settlement is in the millions of dollars and will include a list of police reforms that will address officer accountability and the execution of search warrants. The settlement was first reported by the Louisville Courier-Journal. Lawyers from Taylor's family will discuss the settlement at a news conference later this afternoon. Now, a spokeswoman for Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher declined to comment this morning. Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, filed a lawsuit in late April against 3 officers with the Louisville Metro Police Department, accusing them of wrongfully causing her daughter's death. None of the officers involved in this case have been charged. Well, a holiday staple in Bakersfield will not go on this year. Banducci's Family Pumpkin Patch announced today they will not open this fall. The family farm says they will not open amid COVID-19 restrictions on small businesses. They say it was not an easy decision to close, but hope to see you next year. The pumpkin patch has been around for nearly 30 years. And this year's Wine, Women, and Shoes event, like many others annual events, is going virtual. The virtual shopping part of the event kicked off last Thursday. Then the fun really gets going this Saturday, all to support the Alzheimer's Disease Association of Kern County. Now, you can register for free by texting WWS BACO, that is in all caps and that's all one word, to 41444. Then log on and watch online Saturday from 2 to 3 for a fashion show, auction, best in shoe contest with gift cards for the winners, and special mission moments about why the work the center does is so important in our community, especially during a pandemic. We'll take a look at education news now, with Kern County set to reopen its libraries next month. Now, last month, Governor Gavin Newsom announced a new tier system for reopening. Under the purple tier, libraries can reopen to the public at 25% capacity. County officials say 12 county libraries will reopen on Monday, October 12th. Now, visits for certain services will be done by appointment only, and curbside services will remain in effect. And local learning program Do the Math starts back up today, with officials saying it could be even more helpful to students and parents during the COVID-19 pandemic. It will be the 19th season of the TV show and free tutoring program produced by the Kern County Superintendents of Schools, where math tutors take problems from callers and solve them live on air. Plus, there's special segments and guest spots where students can see how math is used every day in local businesses. Now, it airs 4 p.m. every Tuesday and Wednesday during the school year.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to KGET.com.